all the time. God is good. So I'm streaming as I try to do as best I can. Baby, I be trying to stream, yo. Like one of the things that freaks me out about streaming is that, like, you run into people who just disagree with you. And it's funny because you don't even need to be political. You know how political, religious, you know, those things are big, and people can disagree with you. I don't agree that being the KKK is great because Jews and niggers and Latinos are cool. I'm not making those points. I'm not making the totalitarianism, nobody else can fuck with this. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm doing? Pretty much pothead stoner gamer thing. Hey guys, God is good all the time. Sometimes I forget to say that. Sometimes I forget to say we'll be right back after these messages. Sometimes I forget to say that I'm smoking weed. Sometimes I forget to say I'm using the bathroom. Sometimes I forget to say that I got social problems going on that I gotta go deal with. And I'm not gonna be sitting here talking to you. And I'm still streaming. Why? Because Wi-Fi. My God is the Wi-Fi. Oh my God, you don't serve Jesus, you don't serve Vishnu, you don't serve Rama, you don't... No, I don't. My God is Wi-Fi. I used to say my God was the sun. Baby. I used to say my God was the sun. Before we had Wi-Fi, my God was the sun. And I realized that my God is the ultimate avenue for energy. My God is effervescent. Like homeopathic medicine. Like when you burning them incense, or you're lighting them candles, that's my God. You can smell me. Yo, my God is so good that my God done saved me from cops, even when my room smelled like weed. Baby, I was sitting right here where you sitting, you see how you sitting? Cop came in, and there was weed, like it's sitting right now, like I ain't changed shit, and weed. I had no underwear on. The cop went like this: I can't arrest you. I apologize for intruding upon your personal space. Please don't remember my badge number.
Something's gotta change. This can't be how things are supposed to be.
Something's gotta change. This can't be how the things are supposed to be. Yo, you know what happened? I literally went like this the last time she called the cops on me. I told the cop, you were there. Officer, she said her piece. Can we speak now? And the cop said to her, all right, you told me what you had to tell me. Now it's their turn. And she went like this. No.
Focus on the plan.
Focus on the plan. It's what they all do. Yo, you just told him everything you had to say. It's our turn. Shut up. If you didn't want him to know the thing, or you didn't want us to say a thing, you should have said that already. We gave you your opportunity. What happened? Why aren't you civil? Baby, why aren't you civil? And the cops realize this real quick. It's the person who is not civil you should not trust. Why? Because civil people called the cops. Everybody else was going to handle it themselves. Yo, my dad told me this. He was like, yo, son. Are you trying to handle it yourself? I know you can handle things. And my dad said, he's like, I know you can handle things. But you're an adult now. And when he said that to me years ago, I took it to heart, baby. Baby, my dad said that shit to me before I was 40. I'm about to be 40. And my dad went like this. I know you can handle it, son. But are you sure? This isn't something you should just, you know, pay your taxes, go to your job, and call the cops on. Because my dad, in my life, in front of me, has decided to keep it real. And it went wrong. It went wrong. The motherfucker tried to keep it real and it went wrong. And the funny thing was about it, he lived. You know how keeping it real be going wrong and niggas be like, yeah, you always live. I'm like, no. Keeping it real going wrong means most times you die. Y'all pulling at the nice level because Dave Chappelle showed that shit on the skit. But most times keeping it real going wrong means you die. You die, your family member dies, somebody else dies, something gets blown up, something gets burned down. You know, shit goes down. Guess what happened? He got his jaw broke, kept his job, got out of the criminal industry he was in, and somehow kept his family supported. Which is why the time it was time for me to get my jaw broke, I still was able to stand up. Because I was like, I ain't got no kids. I got no family support. I better get up off of the ground. And I went, jaw broke. Baby, jaw broke. And they looked at me like, you're not unconscious? And I went, no. And they went, well, now we got to do weird shit. The guy who broke my jaw did nothing afterwards. We fought for the kung fu. He realized he couldn't outfight me. He had his moment. What was his moment? Sneak attack, jaw break. And I went, good. I'm not done. And he was like, niggas get their jaw broke, they be done. Baby, niggas get their jaw broke, they be done. What do you... What is this? Why are you still standing? I know I broke your jaw. I could feel it. I punched you. I felt the punch. And I went like this. You did break my jaw. You did. But I'm not knocked out. Why aren't you knocked out? Your jaw is broken. You think that's all it takes to knock somebody out? Tanisha, did you get knocked out? You had a whole fucking baby. Did you get knocked out? You think a broken jaw accumulates to the amount of pain you feel pushing a golf ball, basketball out of your goddamn vagina? Shouldn't you have been unconscious for that? You're like, hold up. That hurt, my nigga. Could I have done without it? Like, yo, I could have gone my whole life without ever having known how that felt. But I'm gonna be real with you. That hurt more than I thought it was going to. They've talked about it before I got there. You know how women be telling you about birth and you be like, yeah, I can do it. I'm a woman. I'm stronger than a man. Until you go through the birth and you like, this hurts more than anything that I've ever felt in my life. I've been... Yo, you went like this. After this, nothing's gonna hurt this much. Tanisha, what has hurt you that much since life?
Nothing.
Even this moment right now where the person betraying you, that was your friend.
It didn't hurt me as much as that did.
Because, my nigga, I've been told by a person who I had that moment with. She said, imagine putting your skin on a skillet and it burns, right? Now imagine that when you put it on there, you got to put more on the skillet to stop it from burning, right? The part's already burnt. Then those parts you're putting on to stop it from burning are your genitals. No. And I went like this. All right, well, what? Once my genitals are burned, I'm good. And she was like, no, that was not labor. That was a contraction. You put your genitals on a skillet for a contraction. They literally do not listen to you and squeeze as hard as they can and burn while they're squeezing. All of the blood, all of the pain, they rip to another level. And that is a contraction. And I went like this. Fuck no, my nigga. She was like, no. That's contraction. And you have one of those about every minute until you start to really have labor, where you have them in intervals of seconds. Yeah. You ever had a cramp? A Charlie horse. It doesn't happen in your leg, it happens in your genitals. And then after this Charlie horse, you still pump out a golf ball, basketball. I keep saying golf ball. Why I keep the reason why is because she tried to give it to me an equivalent. A golf ball out your dick.
Okay.
Golf balls never come out your dick. Even when you're trying to pass a kidney stone, it's not a golf ball size kidney stone. I'm a realist. If you say something to me realistically, I think of it realistically. A golf ball has a diameter about the size of my dick. So if I were to push a golf ball through it, the idea of the pain that I would be going through in that moment would be astronomical. This is a person who understood the way I think. I'm not halving this shit. You just told me you put a football out of your vagina. But if I can make bitches bleed and hurt with my dick, but my dick is not a football, how does that work? Tanisha, my dick is not a football.
Why you think it's me?
Is it?
No.
Well then what the fuck are women doing? How do you guys have babies? No, my nigga. Even when a guy accidentally fucks a bitch, it doesn't just happen. Whoops, I tripped, I slipped, and I fell in your pussy. This is just not my week. It just happened. There's something so deep going on for procreation to ever happen that I don't trust humans.
I'm freaking sick of this.
Tanisha, I didn't say women. I don't trust humans. Because if a male human is willing to do that to another human, they're a bad person. You feel better? If I got you pregnant and you had a baby and you continued to talk to me after you had the baby, I would periodically set fire to you just to see if you care. Because as far as I'm concerned, a little bit of fire amongst friends ain't shit compared to some pregnancy, some labor. Shit, put the two of those together, me setting you on fire don't mean shit. You should be looking at me like, whatever, nigga. I've had a baby. You think this little bit of fire means something to me? It's not on my genitals. Inside of my guts. All at the same time for 36 hours just to push out one ungrateful motherfucker that will one day say, I don't have a mother or a father. Nah, my nigga, go ahead. Spark that match. We good. At least you'll claim afterwards, fuck yeah, I lit them on fire and they ain't even get phased. See the difference? I will never tear it away from you. I set you on fire and you're fireproof. Your child will always go like this. Fuck my mom, fuck my dad. Which is why Dante is the shit. But to this day, he only says, fuck my dad. I don't know that nigga. He ain't that cool. Yeah, I met him a couple times. I talked to him. He alright. But my mom ain't never, ever, ever said, I didn't want you. I don't want you. And I'm not willing to put forth the energy it takes to keep you around. I'm going to deal with my decisions. And then you were part of them. Nothing to do with you. A lot more to do with you.
I'm freaking sick of this.
So when this all happened, I was like this. You're talking to two people who decided a long time ago whether they were going to force themselves upon me. I had an opportunity to force myself upon a young lady who had nothing to do with me. I wasn't the father. I was just the guy who was there, and they taught her a few cool things that she's still using. Yes. But I never forced myself on people. I'm not racist. I'm not raping
Focus on the play.
Sean. I'm not raping you. I'm not raping Sean. I'm not raping anyone anymore. I paid my debt. I did what I had to do for what I did wrong, and I'm done. I'm not hurting people anymore. Why can't I just move on?
I'm freaking sick of this.
Freaking sick of this. What, you raped somebody? Yeah, maybe. Once. Unsuccessfully. As an 8-year-old. And I still have the wherewithal to remember it. Bitch kicked my nuts all the way into my throat. So fair enough. I was wrong. But over 4 times that later, I'm still fucking dealing with that? That's impossible. I'm not a bad people anymore. Not anymore. Today's a new day.
Oh, you have a Captain America script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I got your email about needing this to set up the Avengers movie, so I thought we could call it Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh, using a movie title as an ad for another movie is tight. I thought you might like that. Hell, let's push it even further and call it Captain America: Please Go See the Avengers when it comes out in theaters. Oh, that might be pushing it a bit far, though. Or maybe we could call it Captain America: The Avengers is gonna be so good, you guys. Or maybe we could stick to Captain America: The First Avenger? Okay, fine, but how about this? Instead of having a post-credit scene, we have an actual commercial for the Avengers. That's pretty heavy-handed, but okay. Awesome. So what happens in the movie? Well, this guy Steve Rogers wants to fight in World War II, but he has a bunch of health problems and he's really small. How small are we talking? It's gonna look like we CGI'd the head of a full-grown man onto the body of a third grader. Oh, that sounds kind of disturbing, visually speaking. Yeah, not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty unsettling to look at. Wow. Anyway, so he goes into this training camp to see if he's a good fit to be a super soldier. Okay. And this colonel decides to test the soldiers by throwing a fake grenade at them. Oh my god. And Steve Rogers jumps onto the grenade without any hesitation, so they're like, yeah, this is our guy. Oh, and they're gonna have to cure his depression before he becomes a super soldier? What? I mean, without hesitation, he tried to kill himself. No, it was like a bravery thing, not a I want to die kind of thing. Oh, my bad. I thought he was like, oh, here's my way out. Anyway, so then we're gonna do the scientist thing from Iron Man 1. What scientist thing from Iron Man 1? Well, you know how in Iron Man 1, there's a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after? Yeah. Well, in this movie, we're gonna have a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after. Are people gonna mind that we're doing the exact same thing again? No, he's gonna have a different foreign accent. Oh, okay. Nobody's gonna notice then. Right. So then what happens? Well, then this bad guy steals the only thing of super soldier serum left. So Cap chases down his car through the streets of New York on foot, and then he dives into the water and pulls him out of a moving submarine, and he's just super powerful now. Oh, so that colonel must be super excited that the procedure worked. No, he's like, I have no use for you. He says no to a guy that chased down a car on foot and pulled a guy out of a moving submarine.
He says no to a guy that chased down a car on foot and pulled a guy out of a moving submarine.
Why would we have that in the movie? Literally just to explain why he has a silly name and a costume. Oh, okay. And is there a villain in the film? Yes, sir, there is. And he has pretty much the same powers as Captain America, but evil. Oh, the bad guy has the same power set as the hero? I don't think we've done that in a Marvel movie yet. Really? Oh, wait, no, we have repeatedly.
Oh, wait,
should I switch it up then? Oh, hell no. Well,
hell no.
So what's this guy's name? His name is Red Skull. Oh, that is a really good villain name. Yeah, it is, but most of the time people are going to refer to him by his given name. What's his given name? It's Schmidt. Oh, that is substantially less cool. Yeah, so anyway, he's obsessed with this thing called the Tesseract. What's the Tesseract? It's like this glowing blue Avengers commercial that has the power of the gods. Wow. We're also going to have a love story going on between Cap and this agent Peggy Carter. Oh, yeah? Yeah, she's going to be the love of his life, so it could be like a recurring thing in his movies. Wow, so how long are they together? Not at all, actually.
Not at all, actually.
Once. Oh, well, in movies, I guess a single kiss does basically mean you're in love.
I guess a single kiss is going to kiss someone else in the movie. Oh, really? Yeah, Peggy's going to get super mad and shoot a gun at him. Oh, my God, and this is a love story for the ages? Yeah, it's going to be real romantic. 5
if you
and 10.
say so. I do. So you said this movie takes place during the Second World War. It's going to be hard to have Cap appear in a modern-day Avengers movie. Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah. We're just going to have him make, the most unnecessary sacrifice ever. What do you mean? Well, he's going to be in a plane that has bombs in it, so he's going to crash it into a frozen ocean. Right, seems unnecessary to be in the plane when it crashes. Yeah, but this way he turns into a capsicle, and at the end of the movie, we'll have him wake up in a modern-day commercial for the Avengers. I love it. Yeah, so, you can remove that actual commercial from the post-credit scene if you want. No, that stays. Fair enough. So wait, what happens to Red Skull? Oh, well, he's going to touch the Tesseract, and something is going to happen. Oh, what's going to happen? Like a space beam? He's gonna disappear? I don't know. What are you talking about? Yeah, I figured I'd just do that, and some future screenwriter can figure out a way to make it clever. Okay, man, we'll try to shoehorn in an explanation somewhere down the line. Awesome, thank you. Hey guys, Ryan here. Hope you like that pitch meeting. God's going to be pardoned for all the illegal stuff he did, and he's going to dedicate himself to his family. Yeah, I guess he's not going to want to do anything that would jeopardize being able to see his daughter. That's the last thing he'd do.
A third phone won't stop you. You got 2 phones. A third phone won't stop you. You go. proud
you
of
have that
you.
new Captain America script for me? Yes, sir, I do.
Yes,
now, I should
sir, I
inform you
do.
there's a rumor going around Hollywood right now. Oh, what's that? Apparently this year, everybody's going to be making movies about heroes fighting heroes. There's going to be Batman versus Superman. In Transformers, they're going to fight Optimus. In the new Fast and Furious, they're going to fight Dom. Wow, it sounds like everybody's going to be doing the same kind of crap this year. Yeah, sounds that way.
Yeah,
So I
sounds
figured
that
we
way.
would too. Great. It's going to be called Captain America Civil War. What's that going to be like? It's going to be like if a kid took out all his superhero toys and just started smashing them together. Sounds awesome. Yeah, so we're going to have the government be mad at the Avengers about all the damage caused in Sokovia and Washington, D.C. and New York City. Wait, didn't the government try to nuke New York City? They did. And nobody's going to bring that up? No. Okay, so anyway, they want the Avengers to sign the Sokovia Accords. That would give them all government oversight and kind of keep them in check. So Tony and some others are like, yeah, but Captain America and some others are like, no. The conflict is brewing. Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's like the Avengers are being torn up from the inside. Wow, so there's no need for a villain. Well, no, there is a villain. What does he want? For the Avengers to be torn up from the inside. His name is Zemo, and his family was killed in Sokovia. So he's going to do like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like he's going to bomb the United Nations and frame Bucky for it. Wow. Yeah, and that's going to kill the King of Wakanda, so Black Panther is going to want to kill Bucky too. Oh, Black Panther is in this? Yeah. Wow, there is a lot going on. Oh yeah, the movie's going to be super stuff. So like half the movie is going to be setting up future movies, at least. I love it. And we're also going to have this huge fight at an airport that's going to involve... Sorry, just a second. Hello? Yeah. Really? We did? Well, that's great news. Yeah, no, we'll put him in there for sure. Thank you. What's up? Okay, so I just got word that we can now use Spider-Man in the
They were above my
MCU.
head.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
In
Right,
stars.
so let's
The
shove him
government
in there
tried to nuke-
somehow. In Civil War.
Over there?
Yeah, we could have Tony recruit him onto his
And,
team for that
Hero
airport
saved
fight.
it.
Do you think people are going to mind that?
Oh, right here.
That
Right
doesn't
here,
make
right?
much sense. What do you mean?
And then
Tony's
the
whole thing
Sokovia
in this
Accords
movie
over
is
here.
about superheroes being more
Is this a
responsible,
storyline?
right? So we probably shouldn't have him recruit an untrained child and
Hold
throw
on,
him
wait.
into a
We're
fight
looking
with
at
the
it.
world's most powerful
Government
heroes and put him
nuke.
in mortal danger.
Hero
Okay, yeah,
saved.
no, I see what you're saying. It
Sokovia
doesn't make too much sense.
Accords.
But also look at it this way.
Did
It's
you say
Spider-Man.
yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Behind
point.
that?
People love Spider-Man.
That's the
They do.
storyline?
Oh, and I'm gonna get
Gotcha.
somebody really
Cool.
hot
Awesome.
to play
This
Aunt
is
May.
the storyline.
Really?
I agree.
Aunt May. Yeah, well, I mean, what two words come to mind when you think
what
of the
two
character
words
Aunt
come
May?
to mind
I don't
when
know.
you think
Old
Sokovia
race sex symbol.
Accords?
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
okay. Hey, while
Okay.
we're at it, let's throw Ant-Man in here. How would we do that? Just toss him onto
Just
Captain
toss him
America's
on Captain
team.
America.
Wasn't his
Okay.
whole movie about not wanting to go to
Wasn't
jail
his
and
whole
jeopardize
movie about
things
not
with his
wanting to go to
daughter?
jail
Yeah,
because
pretty
he wanted
much.
to
But
do
we're
his
gonna
daughter?
have
Yeah,
him jump
pretty
onto the
much, yeah.
side of international fugitives, no questions asked. That's exactly right.
That's
Okay,
exactly right.
Hey, toss Hawkeye in there too. But he retired to be with his family. Yeah, but
Pretty
here's
sure
the thing
that
about
people
that
only
though.
choose the sides that
I
they're
don't
on
care.
because they're
Gotcha.
on
I
them.
mean, if we're gonna overstuff this movie, let's go all out. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
fair
we're gonna
enough.
stuff
So what
this
happens
movie,
at this
let's go
airport
all
fight?
out.
Well, I figure we just give
Well,
every
who's
character
the
a
bad
couple
guy?
of one-liner jokes,
Well,
maybe
it's
one or
gonna
two
end
fight
up
scenes
being
each,
this
and call it a day.
25-year-old
Sounds like a
who's
classic
just having
Marvel
an
fight.
emotional
But I was
crisis,
thinking because
and
you know
the other
somebody
two
should
people
get
in the
hurt during a
series
fight with the
are
world's
going
most
to
powerful
pretty
heroes,
much
then
cause
maybe
her
we kill
emotional
War Machine
strike.
at the end.
Why?
No.
Well,
No,
because she
no,
decides
none
that
of
they
that things having consequences business.
Sneezy.
Okay, can he be injured?
Fuck that
maybe?
thing's having
It
consequences.
just feels like something should happen. Fine,
It
he can
feels
get
like
hurt, but he has to be in
something
recovery
should
at the end of the movie. Thank you. But that's
Thank
it,
you.
though. No more consequences.
No
I
more
promise
consequences.
nothing else will have much impact on anything at all. Good.
Nothing else
So how
will
does
have
it
any
end?
much
Well, you know that
impact
bad
at
guy I
all.
mentioned earlier? Yeah. Well, he's gonna have this thing where other than a minor hiccup at the beginning, everything's just
serious.
gonna
No
kind
more
of
consequences,
go his
okay?
way. What do you mean? Okay,
We
so
better
because
not
Natasha
actually
released
make
some
any
hydrophiles,
more
he knows
viable
that
emotional
something happened in
connection
1991
or
involving
actually
the
do
Winter
anything
Soldier.
that
So he
matters
tries to
towards
find out
the
what it
movie
is by
for the
interrogating
rest
this
of
Hydra
this.
dude, but it doesn't work. The hiccup?
Otherwise,
right,
it
but from
doesn't
that
work,
point on,
okay?
everything's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. I'm listening.
Super
So he
easy,
decides he needs to
barely an
interrogate Bucky
inconvenience.
himself, but Bucky is in hiding. So he bombs the United Nations and frames Bucky to kind of flush him out. Wouldn't being framed just send him deeper into hiding? You'd
Wouldn't
think
be
so, but it
framed to
works
send him
almost
deeper
immediately.
into hiding?
Oh wow. Yeah, so then Zemo kills a psychiatrist that's supposed to interview Bucky and takes his place. Isn't anyone familiar
Isn't
with the psychiatrist they
anyone
hired,
familiar
or
with
at
the
the very least
psychiatrist they
nobody
hired?
looks like? You'd think so, but luckily
You'd
for
think
Zemo,
so, but
apparently
luckily for
nobody
Zemo,
does. Okay.
no.
Then he finds out what the 1991 thing was, and luckily for him, it involves the Winter Soldier and Tony's parents. That's convenient. Very. And then luckily for him, Captain America decides to go against everybody, and somehow he and Bucky manage to escape together. Then luckily for Zemo, everybody follows him to Siberia. And there's an actual videotape of Bucky killing Tony's parents in 1991 because luckily for him, there was a security camera in that exact spot in the middle middle of a forest road, and for some reason Hydra decided to keep it in their records. And then Tony sees it, and luckily for him, even though Tony now knows that the Winter Soldier was brainwashed and framed and not actually responsible, he immediately loses his mind and tries to kill both Bucky and Cap. Wow, that's all
even
super
though he
lucky.
knows
So then
all
there's a
of
fight,
these
but at the
things,
last
he
minute Cap
immediately
doesn't kill
loses
Tony.
his
You're
mind
damn right he
and decides to
doesn't.
kill Bucky
So then they're
and
like,
Cap.
well, we're not friends anymore, but also we're still friends and call me anytime. I love it. You think it's gonna do well? Well, I'm looking at this as kind of a test. What do you mean? I have this theory that stuffing more and more characters into our movies translates to more money at the box office. Interesting. Yeah, and so if this movie does well, we can just go crazy with it. Fingers crossed.
How?
So you have a Doctor Strange script for me? Yes, sir, I do.
That is
Great,
the
I'm really
trash.
excited about this one. I actually already have some actors interested. Oh yeah?
I
Who?
was trying
Benedict
to help you.
Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Mads Mikkelsen? Are those the names of people? Yeah, it sounds like you punched a keyboard. No, they're people, if you say so. So what happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna meet Doctor Strange, and he's like a super rich surgeon that walks around like, boy, it sure is good to have hands that work. And what's his character like? He's like a Tony Stark type, but without the charm or the humor. So just an unlikable jerk then. Very much so. Does he have any redeeming qualities? Yeah, no, he's just a jerk. Gotcha. So anyway, he's gonna crash his fancy car because he was checking his phone, and that's gonna lead to the whole plot of the movie. Wow, that's a pretty powerful message for kids and teens. Yeah, that's true. You shouldn't use your phone while driving. But if you do, you'll get to become a superhero. Oh no, that's not really what I do. You'll get to join the Avengers and become a wizard. I'm not really going for that message though. Just be mean to everyone and drive recklessly. You'll learn magic. Okay, so anyway, the accident is going to mess up his hands, and so he's going to become even more unlikable. Okay, so then this guy tells him about these people that helped him heal himself spiritually. So Doctor Strange is like, awesome. That does sound awesome. So Doctor Strange goes to see these people, and they're like, we can help you heal yourself. And he's like, you guys are some goddamn liars up in here. Kind of did a 180 on that one. Yeah, and this dude Mordo is like, forget everything you know. And then Doctor Strange forgets how to breathe and he dies. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, so he doesn't forget everything. No, he remembers how to breathe. Say that then. Okay, so anyway, then this character called the Ancient One punches a ghost out of his chest and then sends him into an iTunes visualizer. So then he believes in all the stuff. Wow. And then characters are gonna explain magic to him for about an hour. And is there a bad guy in this movie? Yeah, there's this evil sorcerer named Caecilius. Oh, an evil sorcerer like Voldemort. No, he's nothing like Voldemort. Oh, no, he's just a super powerful magical antagonist with a weird name that went to the same school of witchcraft and wizardry as the protagonist and has an intense obsession with immortality.
So
that sounds like Voldemort. No, this guy has a nose. Oh, he has a nose. Okay, that doesn't sound like Voldemort at all. Voldemort doesn't have a nose. There you go. So what's this guy's plan? Well, he wants to open the dark dimension and let in this evil being named Dormammu. Okay, so he steals some pages from this magic book that let him do that. Why doesn't he just take the whole book? Well, he just needs those pages. Right, but doesn't stealing those specific pages let the good guys know exactly what his plan is? It does. Also, Doctor Strange is going to use the rest of the book to learn exactly how to save the day. So he really should have taken the whole book. Yeah, or like made photocopies of the pages he needed. This guy's pretty dumb. He's not the brightest. But are there going to be some cool fight scenes? Oh yeah, mind-blowing fight scenes. It's going to be like some raccoons in bathrobes are chasing Doctor Strange through a kaleidoscope. Very cool, but I mean this guy's super powerful. It's going to be hard for Doctor Strange to fight him. No, super easy, barely an inconvenience. How so? Well, as he's fighting him, he suddenly gets some help from a cape. Oh, capes are tight. Yeah, this is a cool cape with a feisty personality. So does this cape help him fight throughout the rest of the movie? Well, it's going to help him in that scene, and then we're mostly going to forget about it, and he'll just kind of wear it. Fair enough. Also, Doctor Strange is going to get stabbed. Uh-oh, is it bad? It's bad enough that he's going to die on an operating table. Oh my god. Yeah, but then he's going to get zapped with a defibrillator that's going to 100% cure him. Must be a pretty good defibrillator. Yeah, I mean, it completely fixes a fatal stab wound, so I'd say it's pretty good. So how does the movie end? Well, Doctor Strange is going to go see Dormammu and be like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Okay, and then he's going to be like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Right, and then he's going to be like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Then what does he say?
How come if this nigga's got the time
I don't know the script by heart, right, of course. But essentially he traps Dormammu in a time loop until...
Because essentially he traps you in a time loop. Let me explain this to you. You could change reality, space, you can be powerful. But if I put you in a time loop, there ain't nothing you can do. This nigga said, I've seen all the millions of the fantasy where we win and lose every one of them except this one. And that was that right. Because if you have the Infinity Time Channel, he's got the rest of the gauntlet. Right? He's got all the rest of them. Soul, mind, power, space, but he doesn't have time. And you could keep putting him in a time loop, like you did Dormammu, who, mind you, Dormammu was a god. Did Dormammu need the Infinity Gauntlet to be a threat? Was Dormammu trying to get the gems to become threatening in what he wanted to do? Nope. Dormammu was like, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
That you got an Infinity Gem is a hindrance. Alright, cool. Great. I won't do it because you put me in a time loop.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that not happen with this? I'll tell you how. Bad writing.
Yeah.
How do you have an Infinity Gem in the possession of a good guy and you don't use it? Hold on, baby. Tanisha.
Yeah.
Two of them. What two of them? Tanisha, what two Infinity Gems do the good guys have before Thanos? MC.
And Vision had one.
Strange had one and Vision had one. So you mean to tell me he wants all 6 Infinity Gems and y'all already got 2 of them and he's a problem? He wants all 6 Infinity Gems. Y'all already have 2 of them and he's a problem. According to their storyline. Because remember, in the comic book storyline, no.
Yeah.
The Infinity Gems were out there and we had to go get them.
Right.
Because now he wants them and we were leaving them alone. They made a whole team of niggas that became a team. It was Adam Warlock,
Yep.
Silver Surfer,
Yep.
Moon Dragon, who is what's her name? What's her name? Thanos' daughter. What's her name?
I can't think of it.
Gamora.
Gamora.
Moon Dragon. That's Gamora. Gamora has another name. It's Moon Dragon. Then, hold on, wait. That's only 4. There are 6 of them. Drax the Destroyer. Remember the guy who wants to kill Thanos? He gets one. And then there's one more.
The system is rigged.
All of them had Thanos had all of the gems. Right? Right. He had them all going. They beat him. They took all the gems off the gauntlet. And every person got a gem. Then, after those people couldn't hold the gems long enough and do the right thing with them, guess
I
who
ain't
got them?
never gonna join a cult.
Look at me, baby. Guess who got them? Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, Namor, Captain America, Iron Man. The Illuminati. Did you never heard of the Illuminati? Who are they? Beast. Professor X. You don't have to lie to me, Chris. Blank, blank. You think that the 2 of us would come up with a plan?
So, you have a new Fast and Furious.
You think that the 2 of us would come up with a plan Do you think that the 2 of us could come up with a plan that think
Yes.
that the two of us could come up with a plan that good? And you went, what'd you say?
What plan?
The answer is no. You think the two of us could come up with a plan that good? No. They're not that smart. Yeah, they are. They're not that smart. Yeah, they are. They're that smart. They're smart enough to beat us. Let me ask you a better question. Do you think that I'm your enemy? That's all that matters. Holy fucking shit. I went through a whole goddamn day. Yo, baby, I'm making March 1st. I haven't slept. I haven't slept since February. Are you still on vacation? Yeah? I haven't slept since February. And here I am now. I went like this. I went to the phone and it was said March 2nd. I was like, wow. I made it through a whole 24-hour period. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck this. Fuck all of this shit. I'm done with planet Earth. I hate humans. This is the bullshit, y'all. I'm not even cool and I'm cool.